Welcome. I'm Paula Gardner, live in Chicagoland, and I'm so glad you're here. How do you think big? I recently read a book that's been around for a while. It's by Dr. David Schwartz, and it's called The Magic of Thinking Big. I want to share some of what I consider to be the book's strongest messages, and so I've created this video series for you. I invite you to subscribe to my channel so that you get notice when the rest of them are available. The bottom line of all personal development books and training programs, whether it's The Slight Edge or The Success Principles or Think and Grow Rich, is this: believe you can succeed, and you will. Since success means different things to different people, I encourage you to define what success means for you. Pictures are the best way for us to identify what's important to us, what we would like to create in our life. We humans think in images, and the images produce very powerful emotions that we can harness as we're working to create the life that we love. We can use those emotions to spur us along. That's a topic for a different day. The bottom line, the thing to remember, is this: belief, strong belief, triggers the mind to figuring out ways and means and how to. I had the pleasure several years ago of attending a lecture by Captain Jim Lovell. He was the commander of Apollo 13. Apollo 13 was the NASA mission that had all kinds of breakdowns while they were in space, and we were all afraid that they would never make it back. Well, I was very proud that my then 6-year-old son raised his hand and asked the question that everybody was aching to ask: were you afraid? Captain Lovell's answer was very revealing. He said, we turned our full attention to what we needed to do to get home, and we pushed aside any thoughts, any fears. We wouldn't allow ourselves to entertain any thoughts that we might not. Those who believe they can move mountains do. Those who believe they cannot. Dr. Schwartz tells the story of a man who confronted this lack of belief in himself and went on to become one of the biggest business getters, so that even in recessions, he was the go-to guy. What he did was, the night before he had an interview scheduled, he sat in his hotel room and asked himself, why am I such a middle-class failure? He was so filled with doubts. And what he did was he made a list of 5 people that he knew well who had enjoyed at this point far more responsibility and success than he had. And he started listing attributes. Intelligence was about the same. Education was about the same. And here's where he had to be really brutally honest with himself. Initiative? He hadn't shown any. This honesty with ourselves is huge, because when we keep hiding behind our reasons, which are really excuses, we just stay right where we are. So here are 3 guides to acquire and strengthen the power of your belief. Number 1, think success. Follow Captain Lovell's words and push to the side any doubts or criticisms or negative thoughts. Thinking success conditions your mind to create plans that produce success. Stay centered on your success. Number 2, remind yourself regularly that you are better than you think you are. Successful people are just regular human beings who have developed belief in themselves and what they do. Always sell yourself high. One of my favorite verses is by Macrina Whitaker, who wrote, "Oh God, let me see the truth about myself, no matter how beautiful it is." See the beautiful truth about yourself. and turn away from the doubts. 3. Think big. Nobody can do it for you. Undertake your own training program of personal development. Every successful person tells us that mindset is everything. They're successful. Let's believe them and follow their example. Let's live their example. As you create your training program, consider what Dr. Schwartz has to say. Every training program should have 3 things: content, what to do; method, how to do it; and it must get results. Over the next few videos, I'll help you set up each of these things based on Dr. Schwartz's book and on other things that I've picked up along the way. It's your laboratory. Behave like a scientist. Observe yourself. Observe others. Experiment. No one's standing over your shoulder telling you what to do. It's you. For you. 2 things I'd like you to remember. Number 1, you're worth the work. Please do me a favor and share this video, comment below, and if you'd like more information on training, click on the link that's in the description. Signing off, Paula Gardner. Oh, the second thing to remember: whatever you do, do it with joy.